Right. Hello everyone. It's a 2 minutes delay now. Just like both sides deserve it. And so we're back on the intermission screen for maybe not that long. Depending on how long both teams also need. But hella, let's talk about the map we just saw. We had a composition that's going with a Mei Sim. That's from Exiled Knights, really powerful on the point, but the Pharaoh was supposed to do a lot of damage from the side to annoy them hard enough so the Hjonk attack composition can get near point and maybe abuse the cooldowns the Exiled Knights got needed to invest to actually survive all this pressure from the Pharaoh. Well, how do you what's your look into that?
I mean, it's a lot to take in, and I am trying my best to follow what's going on and follow the strategies here, but all I know is it's been a very close game, and although it was a 2-0 sweep, I do think Hjonk Attacc have been playing very, very well and have been unlucky not to have more.
I think they are missing a bit more aggression. They're trying to play it a bit like in fast steps here and there, but then try to play it more safe, not that risky. We saw it from Gamer Talk on the Pharah, really waiting for the right moment with Barrage, not really investing it too fast, too early, and maybe also a bit more reactive than really in a manner of really going in, investing it fast to really perform those kills needed. And maybe if they talk a bit with that about, I think they're allowed to talk with the coach between the maps, are they?
Only between every 2 maps. Coaches have to remain muted for most maps, and they have to be a registered coach as well. So and coaches cannot be players; they can't have an extra player in there as well. But yeah, looks like that. They do have things all set up properly, both teams, with their respective coaches being muted correctly. Anyway, I'm a bit slow on responding to the team and getting everything set up there, so apologies for that. But yeah, sadly, this is what a stream is like without our wonderful admins of Orsio and Cheese. They've been doing such a great job.
Okay. Now looking back to the compositions is maybe one thing we could do now. About let's focus more about the upcoming map. It's gonna be Hanamura, a 2CP map, also called Assault, I think.
Assault is the official game type, yes, but everyone knows it as 2CP. But this is an interesting one. We saw yesterday the strength of the team play from Benchwarmers 0. Absolutely insane performance from them on this map yesterday, and I think Hjonk as well. They have a lot of strategies coming into this one. Gonna be interesting to see what these two can do and how they finish that second point cap, because you know it's going to be much harder to get that second cap.
Well, looking at the defense side, they should be in the place to wait. Pause. We need a pause. Pause. That's really unlucky. A Dance G seems to be not at their PC at the moment. That's a rough start. You really want to have all the players be on the position on the defense before the attacker is gonna go out of spawn. Especially because we see a sim TP strategy from the Hjonk Attacc coming in. And
we shouldn't talk about strategies. It's paused.
Oh,
the
yeah.
2-minute delay. It won't be good enough.
Oh damn! Oh yeah. Well, that's a really problem right now. We just hope that nobody's in the chat and it's gonna focus on that. But Adance G is back, so they probably have not the time to really look up for the strategies talking about here.
That's true. That's true.
Because SimTP may pretty good to get on point and just get the walls up. waiting for the first peak, going to high ground.
And they have actually managed to get the Lucio back to the Mei to get back onto point there. So they are back. But Aiden CG immediately gets taken down as soon as they get back to this point from Attacc there, and this does look like it's going to be a very fast setup here. They weren't quite set up properly. They had one that was AFK at the start, which caused a lot of issues, and I must admit, I feel kind of guilty because I didn't see the pause messages coming in as quickly as I should have done.
Well, the pause was also called a bit late, so that could be like a small discussion at least about how guilty you can feel about it. Well, I'm not sure about how much that made of a difference at the end.
They were still 6 before the fight really started, though, to be fair. As the one that came in was the worst one. But anyway, Attacc gets taken down straight away there, going through this left-hand side. But now Attacc getting walled off here as well, but is able to get out just about.
So the Exiled Knights can move far more freely with the Echo being pretty fast to go to make this damage from the side and really make the most use of the ability of the movement abilities there in on the ability pool of the Echo.
There's a wow. Okay, Proton Barrier used here from secondary Nip, but not going to make much out of it. But the Mei Wall coming down is going to help take down NBA Basket, but the slam coming down with the window and the fire strike there. Beautiful play by Mestax on the Echo. Beautiful play.
Just one fast Echo ult and then you win the fight. Besides that, we had another shatter from NBA Basket there. So 2 Rhinos, it's just a pretty big deal to deal with. And now with those 2 investments, we still have 1 Mei ult and 1 Lucius Sound Barrier to probably counter one of the upcoming ultimates, like the Mei ult from Attacc. So they really need to play it out good. They have, besides that, only a Diva ult.
Yeah, there's the Blizzard coming down as they commit onto that, but not going to get much out. As a beat comes down, going to keep the rest of them alive, and they're going to be able to clean Hjonk Attacc up here very, very easily. Off the back of that beat, very nice beat, saved the team from that Blizzard.
Really seem to want to make impression here because they had this rough starting. They really needed to defend now 6 minutes or so, and now they really need to perform, and so they do. And with starting with that, they get a pretty okay auto economy, I would say. They have kind of 3 going in here for the upcoming fight. Hjonk Attacc has the advantage on the ults before the fight we just saw. But now they might invest first to really gain the picks needed.
Oh, down comes the... oh, actually, that's a cancel onto the Mei ult there. Stunned out of it by the McCree of secondary Nip. Beautiful play from them, and now Suicide takes down NBA Basket, Attacc takes down Shiga, and now they're going to be able to push right up the top. Mestax, though, is going to find one. The wall blocks a shatter from Attacc, though, and it does give a chance here now. Attacc are going to get that remake, and going to be a five-man team here of Hjonk, going to try and make something happen. NBA Basket does find a pin, though, onto Maddie Medea, taking Maddie Medea down. Suicide returning the favor, though, and Kurzcraft gets Attacc taken down. That's going to be at the end of the fight here for Hjonk Attacc.
Oh, there's a stagger. Really, that's a bit annoying for Attacc here. Just walking towards the cliff. For that getting killed. That's the thing with tournaments. It's not scrims. It's not training anymore. They go for the staggers. They're gonna just really want to have all the advantages they can get. And now here starting the upcoming fight with 4 ultimate, the Exiled Knights can look really good. But the Hjonk Attacc has the advantages too. With 5 ultimates, they really can perform. That's the wall.
Oh, that's a Mei Wall going to split Attacc up, but they're going to be able to get round that and get to the aid of Attacc there very well. And they eat from Estatica onto that grab. Beautiful play from Estatica to deny that. The shatter comes down, but there's no follow-up just yet until Attacc gets taken down. But this is a very even fight, but obviously the respawn advantages are just going to be enough here, and Hjonk Attacc, they have to go back to spawn and start again.
Oh, there's another stack. Really unlucky. It's just if you die as D.Va as the last person is so crucial sometimes. I mean, look at all this time it just went away. They only have 1.5 minutes to somehow get this point under control. At least get a takeout over it, because they really don't want to draw this map. They want to get a point here because they're already 1 point off in the whole score. Maybe they come up with some new strategies or rotations, but it seems like they go for the high ground route again and maybe get some nice picks. Let's see.
Yeah, they're gonna come around here. There's a big force coming down, but the Game of Talk gets taken down early, and the wall's gonna wall off Attacc again, and then D.Va gonna get D-mech there, and Slam comes down from Attacc, but it's not gonna find anything. Secondary Nip takes down NBA Basket, and now they're just gonna have to back out here. Hjonk Attacc, they are losing one after the other here. They just need to disengage. They have taken 1 or 2 themselves, but obviously respawn advantage is gonna be so strong. As the rest of the team now pushing in over onto the bridge, going to take down secondary Nip. And Hjonk Attacc, though, they've done well. They've taken up this high ground. It's just about how long they can keep it for.
And now all the respawns from the Exiled Knights, it's just a huge reinforcements there. It's just you can't get through that. Attacc was trying to hammer his way through, actually got 1 or 2 picks. You saw also NBA Basket dying pretty early in the fight, so they had this advantage with the main tank being killed from the Exiled Knights. But this was just feed too much with health and so on.
Hjonk comes down. Slam comes down. But they do get 1 permanent tick, and the grab comes down. It's going to connect with the whole team here. And there's a follow-up. D.Va Bomb is used, but it's not going to get... It does find Shiga getting caught the wrong side, but 1 tick of permanent progress on point B, and up to 57%. Nothing to be ashamed of there.
Some nice work. Maybe a bit late on the reaction. I mean, they saw the coming. They don't really have those flanky heroes to take care of, so they really knew knew where to fight. What they are able to do in terms of rotation and so on is pretty limited. So maybe they could have come up with a plan a bit more faster. The walls there were also on point and gave the advantage they needed. It's just Hjonk Attacc was doing really well also on getting those ultimates used in a proper way. Let's see what the strategies could be with the upcoming compositions on the attacker side, looking at Exiled Knights, because they, well, they have also a Symmetra again. I mean, when was the last time you saw a game you casted without a Symmetra TP at the beginning, or at least try to go for that strategy?
Especially in this rank, you see Symmetras all the time, especially on this attack, on this particular point, because the thing about it is everyone like expects this Symmetra TP, but there's so many good places to place the TP. Even if you're expecting it, you can't be ready for wherever they're going to put it.
Indeed, and here we also see the Mei coming from both sides. Second Impel here with the McCree. Well, if they have Fury, want to have a proper counter to that. At least that's probably what they go for. They're going to the choke point, about to TP here. Let's see the placement. The high ground.
Yeah, but I think Hjonk playing this smart. They're just going to play on point, no matter where they come from. They are going to give up some high ground advantages, but they know where the rotations are coming, and the bait there, the huge bait of that, but a nice stun coming in from secondary Nip there. Beautiful play, going to deny that, and adds up though, got to be careful of those Symmetra turrets, getting a lot of damage there, and adds up gets a little bit low, but Aiden CG gets taken down there, and now NBA Basket getting it split off from the rest of their team, and this does look like it's going to be a nice hold coming in for Hjonk Attacc on point A here.
But it's a pretty long fight. It's going to take some time away from the Exiled Knights. They really need this time to perform because, well, it's just longer and longer, the whole thing.
Yeah, someone needs to make that call to just go back to and regroup and start again, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
They already lost over a minute. They could have maybe called it a fight a bit more early. But maybe with the Sim TP to the choke point, there would maybe be the option to go for that like kind of longer fight, because they have picks, and the Hjonk Attacc has a disadvantage with the spawns there, being on the other side of the map.
And there they go. And that slam comes down. Double slams coming down, but this massive from Attacc. Massive slam comes down. Beautiful play from them, but they're getting the kills off the back of it, which is the key thing here. And NBA Basket wasn't able to do the same.
As those are the things we just expect from Attacc when he sees the rotations, when his eyes are just blinking at this moment and say, I want to get those. He goes for it, his shadow is farmed and invests in a really big manner. They still have 4 ults to go here on the Hjonk Attacc sides, but also Exiled Knights has 5 to go with. And probably the Song Barrier is about to be farmed in the upcoming fight. They have all both enough ultimates to make a huge fight incoming. It's probably going to be a bit difficult to really see what's going on here.
And they're very split here, and they're going to invest window on the right hand side, and Hjonk, half of them are going to push up on this right hand side, the other half going to get caught out on point in this blizzard. Aiden CG going to take down secondary nip. As a result, the bomb from Shiga finds Game Attacc, and the D-Mech enter Attacc, and Mestax with the Symmetra turret is going to finish up Maddie Midair, and that's going to be pretty much a clean fight here. Suicide, the only remaining member of Hjonk Attacc, just going to try and get back to safety, and then try and maybe get a recontest, just trying to stagger a little bit more time off the clock. But that is going to be all Suicide is going to be able to do there.
Was an attempt. I mean, they staggered at least a bit longer. 200 HP feed isn't maybe that bad if you gain some more seconds. Could save the day after in long term, you know. But what? Now they're going for a TP strategy. I think they're going for the high ground here on the point.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to try and do. Going to try and get straight up onto TP, onto window here. And Attacc going to stun eye that. Any chance? The TP comes down, but gets straight in there with a shatter. It's massive from Attacc. Huge play from the main tank from Hjonk Attacc, and that's exactly what they needed here. Having getting the loss on the previous fight, just one ultimate is all they needed to win that fight, and they have 3 left in the bank.
And there it is. Just you love it to see when you succeed that great with just in an investment of I think was it only 1 ult ultimate, or did they also invest this BAP on Lucio? I think they didn't. It just the fight before is just so long ago. I mean, if you succeed with 1 ultimate to let half of the team jump off the map, you feel like a really intimidating person.
This time they don't try anything sensible and go for the point, but there's a dead eye from secondary nip. It's going to find 1. It's not going to be enough, but the rest of Hjonk Attacc going to find the kills they need, and off the back of that beautiful play from them, they invested the Mail, the Blizzard there, just to clean things up, and that's a beautiful defense so far from Hjonk Attacc. They still got 2 minutes to hold on though on this point.
Well, Attacc also almost about to get another shatter here, one of the crucial ults. But we also see NBA Basket being ready to get in a 1v1 scenario with this Ramrena player to show maybe some last hope of MTD here. They have still 2 minutes to go.
They're going to try the same again, but Attacc comes in from the high ground. Nishatta trying to deny any progress from Attacc. Completely misses Attacc, doesn't find much, but they are finding the picks they need here. They get the beat down. That's going to keep the remaining members alive, and Attacc is going to have the bomb, which is going to get caught up inside the proton barrier, and trying to get the remake in there as well, but out comes Attacc with the pin, and that's going to just get the 1 kill they need, maybe, and then secondary nip finds 1 onto Mestax as well. Immortality field comes down from Maddie Midair, as is the Ice Wolf from Game Attacc going to deny the Diva bomb there, but NBA Basket and the rest of the team from Exiled Knights just coming in onto point, just doing enough damage here, holding on. 2 hammers come down, and neither is going to get too much value, but Attacc does end up getting taken down, and it's just going to be down to the spawn advantage. Maddie Midair going to come in on the Moira here, trying to stall out a little bit more, but needs to be careful, gets taken down by May and the Symmetra turrets, and that does look like Exiled Knights are going to complete the point.
Oh, you saw this investment from Hjonk Attacc. They have such a good staggering technique there. They really get in one by one, and the Exiled Knights couldn't manage those incoming people. But it's just after all, Exiled Knights showed off.
Yeah, that's a huge grab there to finish things up. Beautiful grab.
Yeah, that was the ultimate from the last defense from the Exiled Knights, where they cleaned up the point and interrupted the Hjonk Attacc to get more than 50% or so. Right, that was the second map, and it goes in favor of Exiled Knights. They're looking good.
Yeah, they are 2-0 up now, going forward, and a couple of Diva staggers was really crucial for them to really sort of deny too many attacks from Hjonk onto second point. But they did very well though to deny Hjonk Attacc that second point at all, really, based on the fact that how quickly Hjonk were able to take the first point. But they did a good job. Hjonk Attacc in this map, they showed the Exiled Knights, you know, they might be the #1 seed, but Hjonk Attacc are giving them a fair fight, a pretty good run for their money as well.
All right, but looking at the called out MTD Hope from Attacc in the interview we had in the pre-show, we need to admit that Attacc is making shows. He's making like performance that make you stun. Those ult investments are just stonks for in terms of ult economy. You see him going in, making the huge plays. I think he's a bit more impressive right now than I think Mistax was it. No, who's it again on the tank? It was NBA Basket. Still though, NBA Basket shows really good play. Ryan in a matter of more safe and more crushing Reinhardt when it comes to the right moments. He's able to stay alive long enough to support his team long enough. While Attacc died, I think, in some situations also a bit earlier than we were hoping for. But yeah, Exiled Knights, 2 scrims, and they are able to perform this kind of performance. That's nice to watch. We love this.
Absolutely. I mean, we've got like a 10-minute break now for the teams to have a bit of time with their coaches and sort of refresh a little bit, and then we will be going into our third map. Being hybrid. We haven't made an escort map in. We haven't made it to an escort map in Ramrena at all just yet. Maybe today will be the day. We've got 2 matches, of course. Don't forget to tune in at the evening game this evening. If we just take a quick look at the bracket view, we can see what's going down today, and what could the bracket look like after today's games.
Well, by looking at the brackets, we can see that the winning team in this game today is gonna get a fight against the Benchwarmers Zeros, because they got a 3-0 against the Eagle Eye Academy Pangolans. A 3-0, again a really strong message. Was also the first game of both teams, I assume.
Yep, absolutely. And we can have a look at the loser as well. The loser of this game is going to be up against Gold Pack down in the losers bracket. Gold Pack, of course, the 11th seed.
Against Gold Pack, that's going to be an interesting one. I mean, if we're going to be at this point where Hjonk Attacc could lose this game, we're going to see one of those really OG games, I would say, we normally have on our channel. The good old Gold Pack against Hjonk Attacc duel.
Yeah, that would be a great match to watch. But I'm sure Hjonk Attacc, they're not done today. They want to fight back. They're gonna fight back. And if any team is gonna stop this run of 3-0s in Ramrena, Hjonk Attacc is gonna do it.
I really want to see this. I just want to see Hjonk Attacc getting this game right, because if so, this is just like a super chat move. because Goldpack needs to win then against Exiled Knights to get into the next rounds. And by looking at the history of Hjonk Attacc and Goldpack, this would be a super impressive move to pull out. That if you don't succeed against the highest seeded team, then you're not getting on our level. And if I was saying something also in favor of Exiled Knights now, instead of just talking about Hjonk Attacc, his team is, I don't know, they have now two minutes time with the coach to talk about the games they just saw. They have some problems with maybe those staggering situations, like on Hanamura at the end, but they were able to get the win anyway. So if they get those kind of staggering issues they had to deal with, I think they all look incredibly powerful for the upcoming one, and I think this is really the thing why we're kind of talking that much about Hjonk Attacc, because Exiled Knights is in such a great spot already.
I know. The scoreboard isn't fair to these teams. It's been very, very even. In fact, in some areas, I would say Hjonk Attacc have been better, but just the fact that Exiled Knights would be able to get those staggers on the Diva as well. Anyway. Yeah, I forgot to mention there's another match tonight, and we should probably mention that the team's playing, right? I mean, we're going to be seeing that game number 6, Attacc versus Sigma JPC squad.
Ooh, yeah.
And that is going to be a absolute game and a half right there.
Yeah, I remember the Sigma JPC squad playing it against Palpunto. Really impressive. Some really impressive gameplay we saw from the Sigma JPC. Really a lot to cheer for, and they really made a good impression with the 3-0. I don't think Palpunto was doing that good against them. Maybe it was also not the best day. Also, it's really difficult after a 2-0 to really perform in the last map as much as they are really capable of in normal scenarios. And then it's now they go against the Attacc, which I'm gonna be hyped for.
Yes, I know. An old team of yours, as you promoted up into Diamond Pack, you're going to have a soft spot for Attacc there. I have a soft spot in my heart for all of the Arena 51 gaming teams, of course, but that's pretty much half the teams in the tournament at this point. But I'm really enjoying watching some other teams that aren't part of the org play as well. Really enjoyed the game yesterday. It was some really great gameplay. And anyway, I think we're going to check with what map we're going to be playing up next.
Yeah, I would love to see to know that. We are asking them right now. Hjonk Attacc has the can now choose which map, but it's going to be hybrid. So they have like to choose between a map like I think. Do we have like special maps that they need to play, or are they free to choose? Like, can it be all?
They have to pick They have to pick a hybrid map.
Yeah. So
well, Scrims Row. Wow, these streams are getting a bit repetitive. Hanamura followed by Kings Row. Both teams playing Brawl. Because it's almost like it's scripted almost. It's like you just repeat the script every time.
I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of tournaments make actually the maps clear before, like choose the maps instead of let the teams choose the maps, or give them maybe like 2 options to choose from. But yes,
I do like loser chooses though. I'm a big fan of loser chooses, which is why it's in the tournament, because I kind of made the rules cough. I didn't no ego boost or anything, please. But yeah, I mean we worked hard with round 1 to sort of predefine the rules and make sure that they were fair to everybody, because we wanted to be inclusive and let everyone play as best we can and get as many teams in as possible, and getting up to 11 teams. And I was aiming for 8 and we ended up with 11, so there goes for the excitement there. Anyway, looks like we should be just getting ready from the teams, and then we should be jumping into Kings Row.
I mean, Kings Row is a really good map for teams that are not doing that well in the first maps, because looking at just scrims I casted before and also tournament matches, it's one of the maps even weaker teams can perform incredible high, because you can go for those brawling compositions without the need to handle more complex compositions, like maybe double bubble or so. And those compositions with maybe a Pharaoh or an Echo doing a lot of damage from the side and annoying them and forcing them to make the right rotations and decisions. And so the Hjonk Attacc can probably go for the classic compositions with the Brawl and go for the plays. So yeah, I think every other map could have been more kind of a disadvantage by facing Exiled Knights, because they just doing pretty well with their compositions.
I think we'll also take a minute to just thank all of our followers this stream. Veyran X, Mazers 237, Peanuts 513, Rock Wizard 5, Turbo Plays 505, the fake FTD, Bag of 4 Sodas. McLonglong again with a couple of bits. We always love to see McLonglong and their slow climb up that bit leaderboard. It's a very exciting side story for the Arena 51 gaming stream. Always seeing McLonglong slowly climbing up those bit leaderboards with those bitter stream sort of input. And BG533 as well with the follow, so thank you very much. And anyway, both teams are ready, so we should be getting underway.
I think McLonglong is currently on the place 9 and is climbing to the place 8 really slow, but he's going to reach there someday. Alright, King's Row. I'm excited.
Initiating match.
I mean, it's one of the most favorite maps of I think almost every player out there.
It is a big match though. It is a big map though. Absolutely love this map. Especially if you like Brawl, you like this map.
I mean, also from terms of lore, I mean, it's one of the first animated videos I think we had from the Overwatch team. So maybe brings also to some people some memories. Also, it could be quite confusing. Then you see a tower that's quite similar to the Big Ben, and then people ask, why did they build a giant street on top of the how's it called, Thames? Also the river. Well, it's probably just me.
It's obviously a redesign, but I mean that the bell tower itself is built next to the Houses of Commons. What looks like the House of Commons, but it looks like the Thames are completely dried up, doesn't it? If that is the House of Commons, but it is built pretty much identical. Anyway, we're getting underway here. Both teams coming with the same comps, in fact, the exact mirror match here. But there you go, Hjonk Attacc hiding in the room, and NBA Basket gonna get the fire strike kill, and Hjonk Attacc, they're just gonna back up here and get ready. Now that there's no surprise attack this time, and that was a really smart positioning by Exiled Knights.
Oh, this missed wall from Aidance. She was a really difficult situation, because you really want to get those picks really early. There's maybe another tried attempt.
Oh, but there you go, NBA Basket getting a bit close for comfort with the rest of the Hjonk Attacc team, and now they should be able to push right in here. Getting up close and personal with the remaining 5, and down goes the May. Do get the trade though. Mestax does take down Gamertalker. Now they're pushing all the way in here. Very well played so far by Hjonk Attacc. They have got one permanent tick of progress. They need to be careful not to lose their ads up, but there you go, 4-man shadow for ads up, and that's just what we expect from them right now.
It really pushes their opponents back. Without the main tank, they can't really get their steps on the point because they are at a disadvantage. At least assume so now with the spawn really being nearby. Attacc can get into the game in no time. They now have the Mei ult on both sides, also the McCree ult, Diva ults on both sides almost ready, but NBA Basket has the ability to really show off with his shadow here.
I don't know, Adsub's been pretty good on the Rhine So he's gonna have to block this shadow coming in, but they are gonna have the Mei, and they are gonna invest early here. Diva Bomb comes in the back line. Isn't gonna catch anything there apart from the lamp. Peanut does take down Attacc, but adds up finding NBA Basket, and without a main tank, they're going to really struggle to hold this point for much longer. And meanwhile, all this time, the cart has just been slowly progressing forwards. No point has the cart stopped here, and Attacc gets walled off, but manages to get back through that with the help of his team breaking through the wall. And now Mestax with that Deadeye has launched there, going to take down Attacc's shield by the looks of it, but very, very low shield from them. Beat comes down as well here, and that is going to keep the Exiled Knights very, very healthy. And Hjonk Attacc are just going to choose to disengage here. Cryo Freeze used by secondary Nip to try to get out, but not able to get out in the end.
Really impressive fight. The shadows weren't really the big things here, but more likely the big Mei ult casted from second nipple gave them the advantage to really perform. But with the Diva ult from Shiga, they didn't really had an option like this time to really use this Mei ult effective enough, because it was just pressuring the Hjonk Attacc to go for more defensive playstyle and going in.
And they're going to launch that Mei ult from behind, the slam from in front as well. That's a beautiful pincer movement there. An ult from behind, an ult in front. Secondary Nip is going to find Mestax though, and NBA Basket. Secondary Nip going to get 2, and Attacc mines Peanut. This isn't over yet. They've taken down 3 here. Shiga's Met gets taken down 2. Attacc on point, solo player on point here, just going for this battle. And now with the spawn advantage, very slight spawn advantage towards the end of point. They might choose to go. No, they're gonna wait.
They're gonna wait. Okay, now with NBA Basket, again with the shadow. It's always about the shadows we're talking about the topic. But also the Mei ults are the most important ults besides that here too. The Diva ults really perfect to just get the move a bit back, to get them maybe not so they don't get that much of use.
And that's a big bomb coming in, doesn't able to catch anything, and adds up huge block there, and the game on top with a 4-man Deadeye, absolutely massive there. Fires that just as the hammer comes down, I think, which is able to get the 4-man with that beautiful play, and should be able to complete this this point now with that long spawn, that long way back to cart, but they may be able to contest.
That was an amazing 5k we just saw there, and just
oh my word, adds up. Ruthless goes in with a fire strike, takes down 1. Suicide takes down Nebraska as well, and that is definitely going to sure up this this second point here with the Attacc staying on cart to get that thing to the end. And Hjonk Attacc, then they're not giving up any space here. They're taking as much as they can.
Hjonk Attacc just feels the feeling of being home. It's just their map. They only have the Medi ults to go in here the map, while Exiled Knights can go in with 3 ults, but we had a similar situation before that too, and there's the ult.
Oh, and that's a huge... Oh, and the remake kill as well. Beautiful bomb from Shiga there. And Attacc making sure that it doesn't get staggered this time around.
Now he has the option to go for just jumping off the map. Now it's possible. Before that was a bit more critical with no river being there to jump in, like we talked about. So 2 ults investments, that's a good deal. And we have the Mei, the A-Dense G, being above it with the Mei ult.
And there you go with the Mei ult comes down, but Attacc with the E on that is going to deny that. That's going to be massive, as they were expecting the pincer movement again, but they were ready for it this time. Attacc, and now they're getting the picks as the team is split up here. Mestac's going to get the flashbang kill onto Gamertalk there. But still, Hjonk Attacc with the advantage, and Shiga just trying to die as fast as possible. And now Hjonk Attacc, they've got that round that last corner and are pushing towards the final destination of this payload. Oh, and it's such a huge shatter under payload there. Bomb goes a bit deep in the back line there. They're going to invest the Mei ult though, and to be able to recontest it. They did lose ads up in that shatter, but that's going to be it though. Attacc again going to try and get back as very fast as possible. Bomb for Shiga is going to find Suicide, but the fight was already won. A little bit of a waste of that Diva Bomb there.
It's critical, this situation. We see the ults are being needed for the upcoming fight, and they're investing those really a bit kind of over, like, too much. But as Teddy go with his eats onto the Mei ults, we can maybe expect even another eat with this talent. Just going for this flick.
Slam comes down, does find one of Mestax, but the Immortality Field going to keep them alive. Aiden CG though is going to launch that Blizzard in the backline. This time, Attacc not able to find the E in there. They are going to get the fight win off the back of that. Just trying to stagger these last players as Attacc is able to find the edge of the map. Suicide just trying to get out. Does do so just about. They have 15 seconds to push all the way into Car, and that's not going to leave much time, if any, to get to Car. Adds up with the charge. Is going to have to be the only one really that's going to have the ability to touch. The slam comes down, but it's a nice block from Adds up. Ready for it. Gamertalk's going to get there to touch the Car to trigger overtime here. And now Exiled Knights, they get spread out a little bit, and the picks aren't coming in for Hjonk Attacc. This isn't over for them just yet. Aiden CG though is going to find one in the back line, and the bomb from Shiga as well in this front line isn't going to find anything, but Secondary Nip and Attacc are going to find the kills. And now D-Mech comes down as well. Adds up just launches the shatter, not going to find anything there. Doesn't get the counter pin onto NBA Glass Skip, but still they push it. Gamertalk with a 3k there, absolutely insane play from them. And there's the bomb straight into spawn. And it does find Aiden CG, actually walks outside of the Immortality Field, and with the Mayo on point, they are gonna get to the end of the map on King's Row.
Incredible! You see, from every person on the team, just getting all those abilities in the right place. They just have the coordination to go for. They have some on the high ground. You saw Suicide. You saw Suicide going with his Attacc on the little flanky there to get the Baptiste and McCree. You saw the main team on the streets, just doing their work as needed to just be at least sustainable enough to get this full power of this high rated as our team, Exiled Knights, to control it somehow. It's just I'm out of words about that kind of talent. We also saw Attacc with a nice ultimate going after that with a nice 360 charm to show off the May kill he got after that. They're not only going for, by the way, we just lost a player, so we might pause it for a moment. And they're just not going for the skill here, but also for a bit of performance in terms of entertainment. It's just, we love to see that. Just full entertainment, and wow. We just lost Gamertalk. Unlucky.
It's a second pause now, Hjonk Attacc, need to be careful. I got one more, of course, but
is it for each map or just in general?
I think I think 3 should be fine for. I can't remember what we finally decided on, but I think it was 3 for the match.
Oh, so by the way, Fitz JT, thanks for the follow. Always appreciated.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you so much.
We see the R in the chat from the Medi team captain from the Hjonk Attacc. I think we can on pause this any second when the Exiled Knights are ready to. Shouldn't take that long. So
Exiled Knights should be pretty much ready to go here because they're obviously on the attack.
Yeah, and there it is, the ready from the Peanut 2. So that was the Attacc. It was an overtime fight at the end. Well, if Exiled Knights is gonna beat this map, or at least push the payload until the end of the map with time in the time bank, it doesn't look good for Hjonk Attacc because it's then a draw or a win for Exiled Knights. So Hjonk Attacc needs at least, if Exiled Knights get to this point of the third point where they're going for the...
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be playing the same thing here that they tried to do. Going to try and get that May wall off, but they use the Diva in. Smart play. They didn't actually use the wall though. They used the D.Va to be able to fly up and over when the wall comes out. But this time, does actually manage to bait out that wall, and now they're going to be ready. And there's the Mei wall behind them, stop them going back too far here. But Hjonk Attacc, they're trying to hold on, but it's so far a really good offense maneuver from the team of Exiled Knights, baiting out the Mei wall there with the D.Va. Beautiful play, and now Aiden CG gonna find the pick onto secondary nip. Deadeye already from Mestax. Isn't gonna find anything. Deadeye already from Game and Talk does find one. Hjonk Attacc trying to come back into this, and it was a really good engage from Exiled Knights, but a really good hold there in the end from Hjonk Attacc.
Good work. I really love this this bait from Shigate was with the Mayhold. Just teasing it, then just flying back to the team. Also both teams being ready with the Shatter. So they're gonna perform.
And they're still trying to farm those ults now. And then that's... Oh, that's up! He gets denied by the flashbang. Huge flashbang comes in from Mestax. They're trying to make things happen. But Mbe Basket is going to find a pick onto secondary nipple. Secondary nip. And they are going to get the kills in now, and that is going to be the fight one for them. Very well played, and very, very nice stump from Mestax to deny the Shatter.
And that's not the only thing that looks great. They still have a lot of ults to go with in the upcoming fight too. They have the Mayhold that's gonna be huge in the streets, where you can't really get out of the Mayhold that easily fast. You could place it behind them, so they just have no way of going back if the opponents are pushing that hard. So Exiled Knights could perform huge when they just invest really early enough.
That's a huge bomb as well. The Maywall comes up, but that's going to find the main tank. That's a very nice Maywall. But the Maywall coming in from Aiden CG managed to save themselves with that. But yeah, that's just a well-executed combination from Hjonk Attacc there.
Still holding the choke point without a main tank. There he is.
And they're going to use that bomb of their own this time. Maywall comes up, going to deny the damage and the Immortality Field. Both teams now using the Immortality Field. There is the Mail from Hjonk Attacc. Starting to fun at the Emo Field, and now they're going to get the picks in and win the fight again. And Hjonk Attacc, they are giving Exiled Knights a run for their money on this point. This choke point just here.
And then we see still the A-Dance G player on the Mei is still holding to the Mei ult. That is really important to succeed here, and they still holding those ults. They need to invest it really early, if not somehow, but they need to move out of the choke point.
A Mei ult used in the backline again. Attacc gonna get charged away, and there's a slam after getting frozen, and the follow-up should be following soon. Attacc gets denied the Shatter again. This time taken down before getting used. Mestax is gonna find one off the Deadeye as well, and the D-Meg. And this is going to be Exiled Knights pushing Hjonk Attacc all the way back to spawn. Game and Talk just trying to get out, but not going to be able to.
Now they invested, I think it was 3 ultimates in the last fight, or was it just 2? I think they invested 3 ultimates, but they made ult pretty early. So finally, Aiden's got the value out of it, and it's already up to 60%. As much as secondary nip is at the moment. Hjonk Attacc don't really have the ults to go in, while Peanut is probably going for a pretty early window here to get the damage in.
Yeah, the window comes down, but the Maywall is going to deny most of the damage. The rest of the team going to be able to fight their way around it. But no picks comes in. There's the beat going to try and skip the sustain onto Exiled Knights, and that should just give them the advantage needed to win this fight. And I don't think Hjonk Attacc will be entering any more ults or spending any more ults in this fight, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're not investing the Blizzard, they're not investing the window, and they're going to wait for the next fight to use those.
Well, now last point, 3 minutes 20, they're coming in, and Hjonk Attacc really needs to not only perform good team fights with at least good staggers at the end. There's the last chance for Hjonk Attacc to perform, to get the comeback.
Slam comes down, he's going to find secondary nip, and that's going to take down there. There's the window comes down for Hjonk Attacc, and that's going to enable Attacc to get very, very close and personal with the extra healing coming through that as the Deadeye coming down the right-hand side, but Mestax gets taken down before they're able to pull the trigger, but Exiled Knights, they're still getting picks here. They're still forcing Hjonk Attacc back as the healing's not quite there, but Gamertalk going to switch over to the hand zone. We've seen what they can do on hand zone now, but here comes the mail. It's not eaten this time, and they are going to get the tank caught up in that, and instead of going with the bomb, going to find Gerstcraft on the exit there, and Hjonk Attacc are going to hold just there, but Exiled Knights doing a great job, push that car very nearly to the end there.
The bomb just gave them so much space, and the pick, and then adds up just does pressure on the NBA basket the whole time. The tank players are in constantly like, only full of stress in their head. It's just incredible how they deal with it. Now also with Hanzo on the defense side, there might be a good way to get those early picks. Also the high ground advantage they gain there is another thing which Exiled Knights can't really deal that much with.
Slam comes down, but denied by NBA Basket. Very well played block there. Attacc not able to find the value needed. Both teams investing the lamp just there. No lamp really. That's a massive shadow from NBA Basket. Going with the charge straight into the back line. Mail gets used as well as the Hjonk Attacc now going to just get holding on to car as long as possible. Secondary nip still sort of flying around, trying to stall that car from moving, give the team enough time to be able to get these staggers onto car. They want to force at least overtime. And there's a dragon from spawn. Beautifully played dragon there, and Gamertalk gonna have to jump down. Suicide there as well. They're just gonna stall out. They need to get that down behind a minute, but they're not gonna be able to, and that means Hjonk Attacc, they're not gonna have an attack.
It's gonna be 1 minute 3 for the Exiled Knights to perform a win or a draw. But correct me if I'm wrong, if this is gonna be a draw, is this it for the Hjonk Attacc?
No, there's it's first to 3, so if there's a draw, it just goes to map 4 and keeps going. It's the first to 3 format.
Well, in that case, 1 minute. Hjonk Attacc can definitely hold this. Some heroes might gain their ultimates in that time, and others not. So they might go for more like a fast ultimates focused composition. Probably hoping for again that right also something to make the plays, while May could take a bit longer, and that's what we're gonna see here. It's a Ryan Diva composition, a Brawley composition with a May and McCree on both sides. It's a total mirror comp again.
Total mirror comp, and Hjonk Attacc, they're gonna have to hold this. They had a good hold the first time around, really slowed Exiled Knights down on this first point. They just need to do that again.
5, 4, 3.
Let's hope for some entertainment. At least our now pick last stagger or something. Second nipple standing there for the wall.
It's going to be a battle to see who can get these May walls off, and they again not getting debated by that Diva again. They're going to wait this out for this May wall. Secondary nip getting ready with that May wall, going to wait until they can get someone that's not the Diva, but not able to find it, and now the May wall comes in this time, and NBA Basket gets the tank diff here, but NBA Basket goes down. It's an even fight. It's 5v5 here as the teams come in, and now it's 4v4. Oh my word, this is so tight. Attacc finds Peanut, Aiden City finds Manny Medea, and it's literally just a trading up on point there, and there's a remake getting a lot of damage onto a Statica there as well, but in comes Attacc. Very, very fast respawn for the Rhine, obviously coming in, and the shatter comes down. Suicide and Aesthetic are going to hit the deck, and that is going to be all she wrote. Exiled Knights cleaning up the point, and that is going to be the third map for Exiled Knights.
The third point for them today, and it's just another 3-0 we have on this tournament. I hope that doesn't get too repetitive.
Yeah, we're gonna call it. We're gonna rename it to the 3-0 tournament. I mean like we've had so many games. There's been 3-0, and it hasn't been reflected of the performance of the teams as well. So
it's so strong. Both teams had the power to really perform to get the showtime. At the end, Exiled Knights just seemed to have, well, I don't know, they just need 2 scrims to be ready, and there it is, the performance. A 3-0 against Hjonk Attacc. Incredible force they're going with. Can we actually get some interviews maybe in some and
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask for interviews now.
because I want to have this input from the players, how they come to where, what they go for, where, and so on. Okay, so this wow, it's really difficult to haul out this kind of competition. Exiled
Yeah,
really
it's-
seems to, I don't know, it's just. they seem
Anyway,
really
we'll
good.
we'll just take a quick break while we're waiting for the teams to have their final stage with the coaching staff and before they join us for the interview.
Right. See everyone. And we are back again, and we have an incoming interviewee from the team Hjonk Attacc. It's gonna be Mikey, and we're really excited for it. And so we're gonna get the input, maybe also the input. What they spoke about in the 10 minutes pause they had. This coach Mikey, the coach from the Hjonk Attacc, had the opportunity to give the Hjonk Attacc the input needed to make a better performance. Let's see what they were talking about.
Hello, Mikey. Welcome.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Always nice.
Hello.
Hello.
So, tell us. First, you're coming here, and tell us how you're doing, and how how you dealing with this situation?
I mean, I'm doing alright. I think Hjonk Attacc did really well. I think the score, obviously 3-0 is a bit harsh, but I think they played better than that, than what it represents. And I do think that they will come back after this even better in the losers bracket for sure.
Absolutely, they played such a strong game against Exiled Knights today. It was definitely not a one-sided scrim in any form. And you know, they've come a long way. The ninth seed going against the number 1 seed, and they really brought the game to them today. So you know, they can hold their heads high, can be proud of what they've achieved today.
Yeah, definitely.
And you're the coach, am I
Yes.
correct? Absolutely.
Yes, for sure.
So what's it like to hear the comms? Have the comms been okay today?
Yeah, definitely. I think any match they played, their comms have been better than ever. Obviously, there's some points where it gets a bit scuffed or a bit messy, but yeah, during the games they are much better and like top form. Not only playing but also in the comms, like fully focused, and it's good to see. It's good to see that they can focus up and do really well on all points of the game.
Roxy,
Yeah.
you got a question?
Yeah, I've got several. Starting actually with the 10 minutes pause, which I just teased in the stream. So coaches have only those 10 minutes after the second map, so half of the whole match, whole game here, or maybe even a bit too late. Who knows? But what was your talk with the team? Like, what was it about? What are the main topics?
Well, the main things you wanted to find in the first 2 maps, because you don't want to go back to the maps that they have played. You want to go looking forward to what they are going to play. So you kind of find out what happened that you can where fights were lost, or whatever. Like, for example, ulting early is something I always try to get them to do. So just looking at what you see went wrong in the first 2 ones, and then what they also can transfer up to the next match. So rather than going over specific parts of the maps that they lost, they just looking forward to what they can do better on the next one. I think is mostly what you gotta do as coach.
Mm-hmm. You would say that your advice really that the Hjonk Attacc really could deal with the advice and really manage some good things out of it, or would you say that?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think their King's Row was really good. It's unlucky that they couldn't get that last another try for an attack themselves. But I think they did well on every map. Actually, I think there's definitely some points they can learn from, and it's good to review these maps. But I'm proud of them. They did well.
Well,
They did.
They still have a chance in the losers brackets to perform, and with that another week at least to get up the ladder of like up the brackets to the finals. Who knows? And the upcoming
they're not gone yet. They're not gone yet.
Speaking of though, Attacc is your waiting team waiting for you in that losers bracket. So
nice. Yeah, that's been very good matches before. I think we also have a scrim against them, so practice match next week. So it's gonna be exciting.
yeah, we'll be the losers bracket games. Those 3 losers bracket games will be the ones played next weekend. So there'll be no early match on Saturday next weekend. I'll release a schedule for those as soon as we've got all the teams, obviously, from today and tomorrow for those games. But best of luck for Hjonk Attacc in their next game against Goldpack, and it's gonna be a really exciting game. And it's gonna be sad to see either Goldpack or Hjonk Attacc knocked out of the tournament.
Yeah, true. It's that would have been the best finals, no? But yeah, I think it's gonna be a great match, and already looking forward to it.
There's quite a lot of teams that would make a great final. I think
True.
Ram 1 in the finals would be good. Obviously, being half of the organisation that helped set this up, and obviously sorry, I keep putting the team in now. Got focused into saying that, but Fire have also got a very strong lineup, and we're looking forward to seeing them play tomorrow evening against Ram One. So that's going to be a really exciting game, and would have made a good final too. But yeah, some really good teams in this tournament, and it's very close.
Yeah, it's gonna be whoever the finals are. It's gonna be really good.
All right, thank you very much. It looks like the real FTD is in the waiting room, ready for the interview from Exiled Knights. But again, commiserations for today, and best of luck going forward.
Yes, thank you.
See ya.
See ya.
Hello, the real FTD.
Hello. Yeah. Do you want me to have camera or anything, or is it just
No,
fine?
just voice is fine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
Yeah, it's just.
well, tell us how you're doing. I mean, 3-0 of your team. I mean, you're the manager of the team, aren't you? Or
I'm like basically coaching them. 3-0. Yeah, they did good. I'm not gonna say they did. They didn't do perfectly, of course. There's some stuff that they need to clean up on, but generally they did pretty good for the sort of level they're playing at right now. 3-0, of course. Yeah. The only thing I'm more worried about that is that if the ego starts climbing up, if you know what I mean. But apart from that, I'm pretty proud of my team today.
Absolutely. I mean, Hjonk Attacc, you got to give kudos to them though. The 9th seed gave you a good battle today.
Oh yeah, they gave us a good battle. There were some things that they shouldn't quite have gotten away with, but that's mostly more, I think, my side of coaching that hasn't. They needed a bit clean up, but I'm gonna give it to Hjonk Attacc. They did good. It's just basically there was good plays from both teams. You can't say that one team's better than the other really. It's a very close matchup.
right, but after all, I mean, Exiled Knights only had 2 scrims before this tournament and this match, so
Indeed.
that's like a super performance they made, and I'd say they just played it that good that they really deserved this win, and going further into the higher brackets. So I wouldn't hold back on that. To be honest, they just did insane. They were were pretty consistent in many scenarios. Only maybe the stagger on the Hanamura attack. On the Hanamura, on the Hanamura attack. It took some time until you broke the stagger from the Hjonk Attack's defense there.
Yeah, it's staggering especially at this sort of level. The staggers are very important, of course. Like Exiled Knights did some very nice staggers on the enemy's on Hjonk Attack's Diva, but the main thing that both teams I think had as well from a coaching perspective was that both teams didn't quite know how to deal with their team getting staggered. So both players wouldn't try and like kill themselves in a way, or they'd just let themselves like sit in the middle of point basically. Which, from a coach's perspective, you want to try and die as soon as possible to get the next fight going. So, Hjonk Attacc did a really good job, and also Exiled Knights did the same. But it's just that's more of like both teams need to improve on that, on the point of knowing when they need to finish the fight and stop using ultimates and stuff, because both teams were doing the same. Mostly, both teams were doing the same mistake with their ults.
Okay, you're giving us really good input from the team in the whole match we just had. Tell us what were you like top points you were going through with the team in the 10 minutes you had with them, or is it
so the main like this is a very good tip that I'd give to any team is that you want to, especially in a tournament setting like this, it's streamed, people start getting a bit stressed, people are shaking. You want to tell, like as a coach, you always got to tell your team to breathe. That's like the main thing you want to always go over is breathing. Play it as if it's a normal game. That is like the main 2 things that both like any team needs to be good at. And I mostly went over, at least in the 10 minutes, I went over them with with the way they were playing their brawls, for example. They shouldn't have really won the first point. Of course, that was an unfortunate disconnect from Hjonk Attack's DPS. They shouldn't have won that because they kept hard brawling into they kept going in when their Symmetra wasn't set up and stuff. That's the main things I went over, was when they need the timing, when they need to get their aggression going. That's like the biggest thing where they shouldn't have got away with that at all, but it worked because there wasn't quite the punish you needed from both teams.
You seem like a really critical coach here and there, but it's a good input, giving you really watching out for everything to really work on, and I think that's one of the main reasons why we can even expect bigger plays from the Exiled Knights in the upcoming matches.
Oh yeah, of course they haven't quite had enough scrims to be able to be like very synergized. It's just a question of how long they play. They need to just play a bit more. Like they've had 2 scrims. Some of the players like Kuroki, Hoshiga, Peanuts, they've played together for a bit longer. They've played like I've coached them 3 for about a month, but the rest of them have basically not played with each other before. So we're still like trying to get through the bits to really make them into a good team, and that's why this tournament's going to be quite interesting. I think, especially like nearer the end of the tourney, where everyone's going to have all the coaches will have done they'll have done their job on the teams basically.
Absolutely, of course, you had a bit of an advantage going in because Hjonk had had their first game already, and that broadcast you could look through to see how they were playing.
Oh, we haven't checked broadcasts or anything like that. We didn't. Well, most people know this. I don't believe in looking through chat, like looking through people's stuff, because it's not going to. It gives you an advantage for about 5 minutes until someone does something different, and then you, if they change a single thing, you won't be prepared for that, and it'll hurt you long term, basically.
Interesting.
All right, thank you very much for joining us for a post-match, and we look forward to seeing you in your next game against Benchwarmers 0.
Oh, interesting. The team that beat me in Season 5 of GGU. That's going to be a very fun match to watch, I think.
All right.
Having me on the stream.
Some
all right,
personal
see you
revenge
soon.
here.
See you soon.
Speaking of the bracket, shall we have a quick look at the bracket now as it stands with the updated after today's match?
Well, let's see. I'm gonna hope that the brackets are updated. Just give me a moment.
It's updated. It should take it will update.
There it is. There it is. Just a quick button, and we see it at 3-0. And like you said, Benchwarmers against our dear Exiled Knights be the next one. Well, both 3-0 in the last games. That's a statement.
Absolutely a huge statement.
But, well, we also saw Hjonk Attacc making a 3-0 against Anthea and Noki, and after that getting also 3-0 by Exiled Knights. So, let's see if we're going to see a 3-0 again, or it's going to be a more close one. They also rated in the seeding, I think, at the first place and the 4th place. Exiled Knights being the first place in the seed, and Benchwarmers 0 in the 4th. So, they're more closer from this R. And this could make a more interesting game to watch.
One thing I can say, because obviously Hjonk Attacc, they win a game, they lose the next game, and they end up in the same round in the losers bracket. As if they'd lost the first game. Like obviously they're in the same round as Anthea and Noki, which they knocked out, right? But the one thing you can say is because they've got through to round 2 of the winners bracket, they're going against a loser from round 1. As opposed to a loser from round 2. So that losers from round 2 will be likely be the better team. So you're going to have an easier game. They're going to be against Gold Pack, which they played against a lot. But if they had lost, like Athenia and Noki had lost in round 1, they're going to have to play against the loser of Fire and Ram 1. And I wouldn't want to play against either of those 2 teams. Both of those 2 teams are incredible.
We're gonna be excited for this game, and now with this whole game we just had a 3-0. We are really happy, especially because of the interview input we got from the coaches. There's this kind of deep dive informations of the go forths and how they manage the teams in tournaments and out of tournaments in general. Kind of exclusive content we just got here. So thanks for that.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a really close game, and it was good insight from both coaches, obviously. And we look forward to both teams' next games, and we also look forward to the next game in Ramrena. Of course, we're going to have a game tonight in about an hour's time, and we'll be joining you live from 8 p.m. Central European Summertime, or for those of you based in the UK, that's 7 p.m. for us. And we look forward to seeing you all there. It's going to be a really big game between Platpack and Sigma JPC squad.
Hey, we're gonna be hyped for that. And until then, we're gonna make a little pause of the stream and be back on, well, like about an hour, just like Hello told us. And we're gonna have hope that you're gonna have a great evening until then. All right, see ya.
See you in about an hour.